Welcome to the JavaScript learning series, and today we will understand what are the variable types, data types in JavaScript. I write all of the examples here one by one, and after we go through all of them, and after this video you will understand all of the variable types and the data types inside the JavaScript. So let's get started. And our first example is from the primitive types as number. So we have the number example here. I have defined that with let, but you can also define it with the const. This doesn't matter, but let's go with const as well. So also we can define both of them like let or const. This is out of scope right now. So our example is in a number. So this 25, as you can see, has been written as a number. When we console log this value, it will output as a 25 from here, as you can see. And there is a string. Strings are the text elements. So there is a string example I have created here. For example, hello JavaScript. And when we write that in the console log, it will output like the hello JavaScript like this way. So there is a Boolean values. These might be only true or false. So when we assign the value to the Boolean, it means the console log Boolean example either write true or false. And there is an undefined value, as you can see here. The undefined is when you don't assign any value to that variable. This means this is undefined value. And there is also null, and null means it still has a null value assigned to that variable. These are very mixed into each other, but you will understand when you look at the codes and simplify in your head much more clearly after you watch this video. So there is a plain object. This is object type, and in the objects we are writing and assigning variables with the object notation like this way. So there is a key and value. Between that there is a two dots. For example, we have the object example. The name is John and the age is 30. So when we console log this object example, it will output as a name John and the age 30 here. We have arrays, and as you can see, this array looks like a list. And this is what we call as array in JavaScript. So there are multiple values has been defined inside the array. So we have numbers here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and output will be exactly the same. So there is a functions. Also, this is a variable type. If you assign the variable into a function, it means this will make your variable as a function. Let's say we have the console log hello from function, and whenever we call this function itself, it will make the console log in our console. So let's look at the type of these variables as well. This is very important, and this is mixed a lot of time as well by many people. So there is a number example, as we showed here, this one. And this is a number we have directly here, and it will output as a number. There is a string example which we define here with hello JavaScript. It's with the double quotes in it, so it will write as a string. The Boolean example, if it's only true or false, you remember we have the true value here. So the type of the Boolean example is a Boolean. Undefined example, when we don't assign variable to anything, and this is undefined. Null example, this is a special case, but the type of null is an object, because it is like this way in JavaScript. And there is an object example, and this outputs as an object. Let's look at this. We have the object example, name and age. As you can see, we have John and 30. So we have the output of object. And the array also is special case. The type of arrays outputs as an object in JavaScript. And the last example of us here is the function. When you write type of the function example, this outputs as a function. Now let's start making a bit more example from the beginning, and I will show you the console logs and we will close this video afterwards. So I just commented out all of the code here, and when I run the number example and the console log the number example, what we expect to see inside the console is 25. As you can see, we directly see that. So let's also add this console logs when we do for the type offs, so it will be much more easy for us to understand. Console log type of number example. So let's run this now. As you can see, it's 25. It just puts the old one since I didn't clear, but in the code it will just write 25 and number here. So this is good. As we expect, that was what we were expecting. When we want to change something inside the variable here, let's make it the number example to 30, and when we clear and run, as you can see, it's still 30 and it's number. And also now let's get started with our string example, and I'm closing the number example to not mix up everything inside. So when we run this application, as you can see, it will just console log the hello JavaScript. This is what we expect. So let's write here, yay. Now good. So we write the yay, we updated our string, and let's look at what is the type of this variable here with the type of. All right, now we can run it. As you can see, it's hello JavaScript, yay, type of is string. That's good. Perfect. Now let's go to our third variable. It's the Boolean value, the Boolean example we did already. So let me write the type of one by one here, so it would be much more easy instead of writing them. So there is a Boolean example. We have the true and the console log Boolean example, which will output as a true, and we will see the type of the Boolean example there. As you can see, it just console log the true and the Boolean. So false, and the output will be false. So as you can see, false, but it's still Boolean. This is the Boolean. It only accepts false and true. And undefined value, let's go clear this one as well one more time. And let's get this from there and open this up. And the undefined example, as we talked about it before, it will output as an undefined. You see our output of this is also came as an undefined. So let's continue from there. Let's look at the null one more time, and we are adding this line here and opening up these two, and we need to change the null example here. Let's clear and run. As you see, it just printed out the null, but type of the variable is an object here. Let's clear this one. That's okay. We understood this one as well, I hope. So in this one, we need to write the type of object example. And nice. Let's run it. As you can see, we have the object. This is what it's written. And it also writes age, name, and the type of is object. That's really cool. So let's copy this one more time. We will make it for the array. So you will see also the array comes as an object in this example. So let's copy paste this one. And you see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's an object as well inside the JavaScript. It doesn't show you as an array type here in JavaScript. So let's take this one. This is the last one we will do. All right, now we have our function example, and let's look at what will it write and what is the type of this function. Printed out hello from function, and there is a function of as a type of. So basically you have learned all of the variable types, which is mostly used inside the JavaScript. And this is for it today. If you like this video, please subscribe and like it. Thank you for watching. I wish you happy coding.